Well, the weather not fully cooperating here in Pittsburgh, but that has not stopped Steeler Nation from filling the stands at a rain-soaked Acrisure Stadium. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Please welcome your 2027 Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys flew across the country for this one. Always tough to play in the early slate of games when making that trek. On the other side, Steeler head coach Mike Tomlin. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game, bottom line. May not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Fields. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 42.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The numbers for Johnson in last week's game, 20 carries, 69 yards.
And I know that last week's game is over, but this feels almost like a continuation of what he did in the previous game. It's almost as if in his mind he knitted together the 2 weeks with no break. He's off to a nice start here.
A short one there to Firewall. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 27-yard line.
Yards on the play. That's another Steelers.
They give to Johnson going right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
They go to Johnson again. Down right around the 25. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Open man, that's the tight end Firewall. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He'll try and do this himself. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
A 41-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let it pop it through the posts.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Los
A big
Angeles.
hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now a first carry for their fullback. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Point after try forthcoming. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Steelers 3.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Josiah Stewart on the stop.
Now here's Fields on the sneak. And he will have the Steelers first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep. And they'll instead run up the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. The first down carry here for Johnson. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Back to throw. Fields. That's to his rookie wideout from Wisconsin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Fields now to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Rams offense, led by their running back, headed out for the second possession. And he's made his presence felt in the passing game throughout the season. You look at the NFL's leader in receiving yards by a running back. His name right there at the top. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Johnson. And able to work his way down to the 16. 79 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And his defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. And here he'll get it down to 7. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have retaken the lead. Now, this feels like something we'd see more commonly, CD, in a college game. They give it to the receiver down here in the red zone, but it winds up successful.
Yeah, partner, I think you think it's less likely to find running space to the edge down here close to the end zone where things are so condensed. But a lot of times you end up focusing on the running backs, and they're able to slip it to the receiver, and it resulted in a touchdown.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44.
The Rams offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he stopped immediately there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
A gain of 14. And a Rams 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Steelers.
Now a handoff, Johnson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Here's Fields.
At the 42-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go over the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 110 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. Well, he had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10. They're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is will they have to settle for 3.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Nifty move.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll set up a throw. Shoves him away. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 7.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
Now Fields.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away.
Fair catch. Signaled for and taken.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the
Back to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Ethan Evans on down to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Now it's Fields. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. The Rams offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come out, continue to throw the ball effectively.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They were winners last week over Tennessee, and they've got the lead here as well. They start this drive out 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Johnson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Taken down by Cameron Kitchen. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down. 124 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10, as they've got things rolling on this drive. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play out.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards.
To throw is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Up the middle, here's Corum. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're going to look to throw. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
The Steelers offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Johnson on the counter. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory.
3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up
A shotgun snap, Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
Running from the gun, Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And he will have a Steelers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's another Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. On the give, it's Warren.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. This is an easy one, 23-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
They'll drop the throw. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They try the left side with Johnson.
And he'll work down inside the 45.
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Fields.
And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that will skip out of bounds right at about the 18-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, here's a 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly completed to the right flank. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 44-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Rams.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a 1st. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, they were looking for a clutch play there on 4th, unable to come up with it.
How about that defense, though, huh? How about that dig?
Yeah, momentum swing.
And, you know, I remember playing how much 4th downs were emphasized. You know, because, as you said, it's a momentum play. It's also a big test for you. You know, if people are going to go for it on 4th down, they believe you're not up to the challenge. You want to show them differently.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Down at the 23-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
He was brought down at the 26.
The offense on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Fields. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Now he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Here's 2nd and 10.
36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
7-yard gain on the play.
This now a 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Rams, first down. It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Rams.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Rams, first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
They'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 16 yards. And the Steelers, first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain from the 33. Here's a second down and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Running left, it's Warren. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
4-yard loss. It's fourth down. Brian
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a fourth down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be first and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6, he got about 5. Fourth down. Got to try it here, he's back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is incomplete. Second and 10.
Brandon Jones on the cover.
They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Nothing like understanding where your escape patches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Get your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Steelers, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for L.A., it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.